Partners for a Competitive Workforce is a collective impact strategic initiative of the United Way of Greater Cincinnati.
It's a coalition of more than 150 different diverse organizations.
Our sole purpose is to close the skills gap so that businesses can have a qualified workforce and so that job seekers can have access to career opportunities.
PCW was created back in 2008 in response to a number of employers continuing to say that they could not find people with the right skills to fill their positions, and at the same time a lot of issues in our community around people not being able to get a good job and to provide for their families.
We serve, number one, two customers. The first customer is manufacturers. We have to make sure we are meeting the needs of manufacturers by providing them with a qualified workforce. But number two is job seekers.
Right now we work in 5 targeted industries. We work in healthcare, manufacturing, IT, construction, and our newest one is transportation, distribution, and logistics. Each of our industries and all of PCW's work overall is employer-led.
Sometimes there's a disconnect between the education system, the workforce system, and job seekers, and we try to convene and bridge all of those different gaps.
So a key part of our work was to get all the right players together around the table to really get them on the same page, moving in the same direction.
One is about job creation, and then the other part of that of the equation is to make sure that people are prepared for those jobs. So you almost can't, and perhaps even shouldn't, do one without the other.
Now that we have the career pathways developed, we also want to make sure that we're looking for future workforce needs by building the talent pipeline.
One of the things that we are starting to work on right now through assistance from the National Fund is starting to work with employers around what can they be doing to improve the quality of their jobs to make them more attractive for job seekers.
The National Fund provided not only the catalyst capital to really propel local investors to invest, but also provided a framework around a set of organizing principles, the role of a collaborative, the role of a funding collaborative, and focus on industry sector partnerships that really provided, I think, a framework for us to move forward.
Because of the measurement processes, because of the idea sharing and the strategy sharing from across the country and the other collaboratives, we've had access to perspectives, to strategies, and to tactics that we didn't have to think up on our own.
And the evaluation that we were able to do with the National Fund, with the Social Innovation Fund support, was critical in proving that we knew what we knew already, that this model works better than traditional job training, works better than job training that is disconnected from employers, doesn't focus on building skills, and is loosely connected to industry.
And I think the SIP funding has helped us identify some trends, some progress, and some challenges that put us in a better place.
The Social Innovation Fund has been an extreme benefit to Partners for a Competitive Workforce along with the Manufacturing Industry Partnership because it gave us the opportunity to serve a lot more individuals and individuals who have significant barriers to employment.
We would not have sent our people through that class. It was because of that funding that we were able to do that.
I worked at McDonald's for 5 years. I happened upon the apprenticeship program and got a spot. I think it was nice to be working and going to classes at the same time because I got a lot of on-the-job training.
I was excited that I get to actually work and learn at the same time, very hands-on, but I'll actually get to be seeing the machine I'm actually working on.
Yeah, definitely. Being a machinist now, there's always room to grow, especially in the aviation field. You know, there's sky's the limit, literally.
I'm making a livable wage now, and it's nice to know that I'm doing something that I can be proud of.
I think our biggest accomplishment has been the number of people that have been served and the return on investment that we've been able to provide to employers.
We are close to 10,000 people trained.
Over 80% of those individuals who have completed training have actually gotten a job and have kept a job for over 12 months. And one of our most recent manufacturing ROI studies indicated an 875% ROI. And that's huge. That is huge because it shows real value to the employers, but then that also gets that employer empowered to speak to other employers to get them engaged in the work.
PCW has contributed to our business, first by growing our access to non-traditional workers, expanding the talent pool that we can draw on. Second, by exposing us to different ways of thinking about talent development. And third, by giving us a focus on talent development that is beyond just drawing on the folks who have been there.
These investments really help to build the workforce in our region so that we can be competitive against our peer communities across the country to attract new businesses to our region and to help grow the businesses that we already have, yielding overall economic vitality and growth for the entire community.
10,000 people's lives are better, higher earnings, better employment than were it not for the work of PCW, the National Fund, and the Social Innovation Fund, and that's powerful.